Welcome back to Stone Face Reactions. I'm Griffin, this is Theta, and we're here watching another episode of Rust Eater Bisco. Last time, a lot of things happened, or well, a lot of introductions. We saw some of our new characters, we saw a little bit of action at the end, and we had, of course, the best scene possible, standing at a gate, waiting to be let in. Just going over papers and bureaucracy. Best part of the whole anime right there.
Was that the
Oh
last
god,
scene?
no, that was, like, several scenes in the middle of it. Eventually, at the end, like, he's let in as, like, the finale.
Yeah, yeah. And if anyone's watching the reaction from last episode, most of that got cut out because I really had to make time for things, and since we're being introduced to characters,
How could you cut it out? It's the most essential part. It's like waiting at the airport for your flight. It's
because
great.
not a lot actually happened in those scenes. Like I could cut maybe I think 10 minutes of that. There was like 10 minutes of it back and forth, and a lot
Mhm.
of it is oh, are you still fixing that machine? And hey, look at that thing over there, and here's exposition about stuff, and it's like.
Yeah, hey, audience, did we remind you the main character is going to be a wanted fugitive? Did we remind you? Hey, guys.
Yeah, it's literally I could
So, yeah,
cut it
cutting that
down.
perfectly fine.
I
Not
cut it.
not a whole lot
I
there,
cut a
just
lot of it down
character.
to the 30-second scene of him walking in front of the poster of himself. It's like,
Mhm.
yep, that says about everything.
Yeah, just do one cut of that and we're done.
Like I said, it was a lot of character introductions, and we really needed those character introductions to pan out. Other than that, also got rid of a lot of scenes of them standing around in front of a crawfish stand. So, not a lot of that was needed either.
Hey, man, getting lunch really important, okay?
They do it like 4 times, and there's nothing there that's necessary.
And they're doing it for 4 different meals, each of them symbolizes something different. Nah.
Only one of them mattered, and that was the one where he got his medicine stolen. And it's like, I'll
Mhm.
keep that one. Other than that, I don't really think we need the introduction of yes, crawfish exist.
Yeah. So, I guess point, they went through a whole bunch of, one of our main characters, the doctor's, daily life, dealing with his sister who has a terrible disease, who's now going off to go fight a terrorist who appeared in the last act.
Right, because she's like the leader of the cops or something.
Or something. And is probably why he's like being given technology and all the special leeway and is doing all this research.
Well, I
And
know. It's the mob boss that controls the city. Remember, he's the one that gave him
yes,
the thing with the three
literally the
tubes.
mayor. Yeah.
Yeah, Mayor Mafia Don Lucky, whatever that was. I don't think he was introduced his name though. We were introduced to his assistant, that girl who got kicked on the ground, which is
Right.
clearly a character because they gave her screen time and then didn't do anything with her.
Now we've seen one episode of this, and it's been a week, so I've forgotten every single name except Bisco, who I don't think has even had a speaking line yet.
Really? Because
Or-
you said last week who your favorite character was.
I did, and now I've already forgotten what their name is.
I will admit that I also forgot what their name was, but I think it starts with an M and it's like Mui. I want to say it's MUI.
Someone's bound to say it and refresh us.
And then my favorite character, which is weird,
Hmm.
because both of the new reactions, we both picked favorite characters, which are apparently related to one another. You picked the Doctor. Oh, Raccoon Eye. That's not his name. His hospital thing. It's called like Raccoon or something like that. I can't remember.
Hmm.
Or I'm thinking of Resident Evil. I can't remember. Anyway, both times we picked favorite characters in our new reaction have been tied to one another somehow. You picked the Doctor. I picked the sister. Like in 24th Ward, you picked the redheaded artist, and I picked his assistant girlfriend, whatever.
Hmm. Right. So we're both dealing with the same family, and I get the feeling that yours might actually die. But
Why? Because she's only half covered in rust disease, and that's been stated to kill you, literally. Also, I want
exactly.
to point out, since I do the editing, right? So I had to watch this more recently than you did. Like, you watched the episode, and then I watched
Yeah,
15
yeah.
times in a row as I was editing. Bisco literally says, rust doesn't reach the human heart. Like, he's saying something like moral and everything. It's like, no, it fucking does. It's literally how it kills you. But he's telling the doctor, rust doesn't reach the human heart when the very beginning, I had to cut it out. There's the older gentleman and I think his son or something. I think they're minors, and they're covered with rust disease. And it's literally we have a whole conversation about how it's a blood disease, and that's how it killed you.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, there might be some silly metaphors going on, but he's gonna give us a full explanation today, I think.
Sure. Sure, in this action anime, I fully expect he's going to give us a scientific, historical breakdown of what's happened over the last couple hundred years.
Well, the first scene is literally going to be the doctor at gunpoint, or sword point, or arrow point. I forget what he's using.
Well, he's a bow guy. Remember, he has
Hey,
bows that cause
arms.
explosive mushroom.
Oh, we're right back to the gate. Let's see it happen.
I hope this is a 12-episode anime, and this gate thing just continues for the next
I almost
12
thought
episodes.
I thought he was about to go reach for a gun behind his back.
Strong and delicious. He did go for a gun.
Just with the other hand, I guess.
Oh, yeah, of course. He's seeking for his partner.
Shoot him again. You have a gun.
Also, the mushrooms are like incredibly slow, and they don't move when they're done growing. So, what is so afraid of?
ダメですよ。無許可の調剤は犯罪で。今してたろ。
Got me there.
3人脅したら3人ここを押した。名医なんだろ。時間がねえ。次つべこべ行ったら悪いけど殺すぞ。サルモ腐食弾の匂い。エスカルゴに撃たれた。ダメだ。直に包帯なんか巻いたら腐食が残って悪化する。んだと？投薬だけで治そうなんて考えが甘すぎます。つべこべ言ったら殺すっつったよな。殺されるまで言います。生半可な治療で治る傷じゃないんだ。僕に手術させてください。そのままじゃそのおじいさんは死にます。
I think I just missed the whole how did he know about the old man thing.
でも調剤が先だ。
Because he's in the background there.
材料にもよります。
Oh, so I thought they were flashbacks, or he was like Sherlock Holmesing up, like the smell or something. I know.
Slumped in the corner.
I didn't see it in the pan back or something.
Yeah, there was like 5 frames. Wow, they found his path.
He's literally standing in front of an open window. I hope my favorite character doesn't wear a fucking giant bunny helmet.
Dr. Panda. And now they're out of ammo.
人望のねえやつだな。そんな。だから言ったんじゃい。
Oh, he fucking talks? No, it's the old man.
Ah, dang.
Dead.
Yo. The hippos, they're back.
Oh, now you know why they have
Nobody's even on them. Oh, they're brake controlled or something. Jeez.
What's the Pokemon move that works best here?
Bubble beam.
Looks like that's what was about to happen.
Ah, dang.
What animal is best bred to fight in the desert? Hippos.
Is certainly the wrong answer. Are there 2 of them?
Are there 2 of what?
Of Bisco, like they're flashing back constantly.
Yeah, they're flashing back. That doesn't mean there's two of them. It just means that there's a past version and a present version. I'm assuming that old man got hurt outside during the chase that he's flashing back to, and that's why he's in here looking for aid.
Trading the motorcycle for a lizard.
テロリスト赤星は唐草大通りに大量のキノコを咲かせた後、骨壺商店街へ逃走、姿を消しました。
キノコの奇跡からして県庁が狙いか。真っ先に本丸を狙う。蛮族の考えそうなことだ。
は、そう考えて、すでに2系3班から8班を県庁警備に向かわせました。いかに人食い赤星といえど、イグアナ騎兵の精鋭集団にかかれば。
Iguana cavalry.
Some weird ass world building we're doing here. We got cars and motorcycles, but we also have hippos and iguanas.
我々は必要ないと追い返されてしまいました。何？唐草大通りでも我々が駆けつけた時にはすでに知事の親衛隊が赤星と交戦中でした。また知事の独断か。我ら自警を何だと思っているのだ。
黒川め、何を考えている？
Me, who? You must learn heart.
Chevy.
バケモンかあのガキ。Not only did he just casually punch a hippo, one of the most dangerous creatures out there, he also threw it.
Okay. Either he's superhuman or we're in a world where reality doesn't matter.
We'll find out precisely soon, I suppose.
Seems like a weird question that we bring up now after the mind-controlled hippos in the rust-covered desert.
仕留め損ねちゃいまして。
見りゃわかるよバーガー。軍用機使って人の一人もやれないのか。
ああ、相棒のジジイは仕留めたはずです。奇襲
は。Oh, was she the one with the aircraft in the beginning with the missiles?
I'm not sure. She was definitely trying to. I think she was the one on the gun earlier.
No, she's in a military aircraft. Last episode we had the whole missile thing.
Yeah, like a dozen helicopters went down.
No, the old like camo covered aircraft that was flying by, that like bomb run the crab.
I don't remember.
You had a big reaction to it.
Good thing the governor's not actually in his office.
下町をですか？は、直ちに。
保険金は出るんですよね。私のエスカルゴ、あれ私物なんですけど。
もちろんだとも、香典に添えて出す。お前はそのまま下町の方に回れ。20人ほどつける。
あの赤星と生身で。
給料は受け取ったんだろう。契約違反で公主刑よりマシだと思うがな。
ゴロつき縮め。
じゃあ、
事件は表に出とったか？
いや、普段通りだ。まだ手配書は回ってねえらしい。
昔から群馬と意味浜は仲が悪いからな。それこそ前の知事の頃はよ。
昔話はいいんだ。
Yeah, it's a lot of stitching it together right now.
Well, you just said there's not even any wanted posters. Well, the whole gate scene there was a wanted poster.
飯の前にサビを見せろってんだ。
いいじゃねえか、味見くらい。おい先短い師匠に冷てえ弟子じゃんの。
あんまり時間がねえ。じきに肺に届いちま
う。お前にはわしのやれることは全部教えた。金術、カニ乗り、弓術。弓ならもうお前のがうまい。薬の調剤だけはお前。点でダメだったがよ。さっぴいても体も技もお前に並ぶキノコ森はいねえ。ただわしはな、心残りがあるとすれば、ビスコ、わしが死んだらな。
うるせえ。
聞け、ビスコ。
うるせえ。黙れ。そうならねえように関所の10、20ぶち破って旅してきたんだろうが。いつも自分の命を人事みてえに。そんなに錆び腐れてくったばりてえのか。
道中毎回痛快じゃったの。あの滋賀の比叡山の立ち回り、
Ah, fourth flashback coming in.
Also 200 years in the future, still know about Tarzan.
次くだらねえこと抜かしたらぶん殴るからな。
優しい子を修羅にしちまった。
なんだ
See the scene from before.
Hey.
See, you didn't remember it, so you get it a second time.
なんだミサイルが
Yeah, no, I'd be pretty surprised at that too, honestly.
なんだこいつ的場製鉄のカタツムリか。なもんどうして
ならこいつで
Bisco!
A snail that manufactures stuff stuck to the front of a plane. Oh no, it just pours acid.
Yeah, I mean, you don't need bombs if you just spew acid beneath you.
エスカルゴ空気じゃ。意味浜自警の色じゃねえ。なぜわしらをあんな重装甲に矢は通らん。意味浜まで抜けて。
Why not? It rips up concrete street.
俺たちにどこまでも邪魔しやがって。
ビスコ
Yeah, what's with the random eel attack?
I mean, also, this is a weird choice of flashback. We've literally already seen him win.
逃げビスコ
Ah, bullet to the head. There we go.
Well, no, he gets injured, which is why he goes into town, why he meets the doctor. This is weird storytelling. Like, I mean, it's memento level storytelling. It's like, tell you why I should care about something after the point in which you're introduced to the thing. In a flashback.
Hold. Oh, okay. She ejected somehow. Okay.
Right, like I said, we already know that she survives. We see that in the future, which is our past, apparently, because we've already seen it.
We need to go to our future's past then correct what happened.
県庁への足跡はブラフです。赤星は今正門付近でものすごい暴れ方をしています。
どうした？何を見た？
おい、水を持ってきてやれ。赤星が相手取っているのはウサギメン、黒川知事の特務部隊と思われます。かなりの数で、ただそれも赤星一人に太刀打ちできないようで。
Handicap them with bunny masks.
I'm not sure they're really elite force as much as they are a bunch of goons with heavy weaponry.
The watch is calling them an elite force.
I mean, I guess to be fair in real life, that's also what elite forces are.
県庁の警備を解き、2、3、4班は正門へ、北門へは9班を回せ。
お一人で先行なさるおつもりですか？相手は国家手配の大悪党ですぞ。
だったらなんだというのだ。
As expected of a character that I would declare my favorite.
Just going badass, yeah.
あらかた片付いたが、しかし時系が出てこねえのはなんでだ。
こんな優しそうな男の子が悪党のわけないですよってね。
I really like her too. She's a good character.
お前ら一体何なんだ。
She's an amusing little rat. It's great.
私やめるからこんな仕事。ねえ、こんな痛いけな女の子殺しちゃったら。
I'm just an innocent girl who likes to pour acid on people from planes.
I mean, apparently he doesn't recognize her, so.
Well, she was also in the plane earlier, so.
Oh, hey, it's my favorite part from Final Fantasy VII Remake.
I wanted the motorcycle to try to hit the character.
怖え乗り方しやがる。前提だマヌケ。
Take your eyes off the target.
sabikui 赤星この程度か
Almost went straight to the sword. That's crazy.
赤と青2つの星が出会うとき滅びの空に新たな星座が生まれる
Ah, damn it.
この時こ
I
の
get
手段
ruined that she
定めの
loses.
星と誰が思うか次回タック
Yeah, now that we know, what's the point of even watching? Never mind that, like, the 6 seconds of action we got were absolutely fantastic. Definitely won't want to see that next
I'm
episode.
just saying that if the hype is for the fight, why show Milo standing over her sister having lost the fight in the next time part?
It's episode 3. She's got to come back and continue antagonizing, and probably with, like, the pink-haired girl, too.
Well, one, I would suspect so, yes. But two, don't show me the end of the fight in the next time part. You say something about what you don't cliffhang a thing, right? And then say, next time, watch what Milo does after his sister loses the fight. It's like, what? You cliffhanged me so I would want to see what happens next in this fight. You just told me what happens next.
But you still got to see how they get there.
I don't know. I suspect it's going to be like 3 minutes at most before the fight's over.
Mm-hmm.
I come from a very deep shonen background where fights last a while and they're worth something.
Yes, the good old 13 episode versus Frieza fight.
Well, not even that. Maybe like the 2 to 3 episode Kenpachi fight against, I can't remember his name, the guy who's blind. But it's not even that. It's like, it's not that those episodes are just that fight. Other things are happening in the background. People are escaping.
Yeah.
And obviously in this show, we're going to get other things in the background. And not even in the background. I mean in the future and past at the same time. Because we're playing this out in some sort of weird memento story.
Right. Meanwhile, I'm definitely expecting the old man to wake up and talk to Milo and just explain, like, hey, by the way, this guy, he has no idea what to do with medicine. Could you help him out? And he's going to go ahead and start forming that longer-term arrangement. I mean, he's already going to be a criminal anyway at this point.
Your problem here, Griff, is you're thinking 3-dimensionally.
Yes.
You gotta think 4-dimensionally. You gotta add time in there. Remember, we're gonna be getting constant flashbacks to things that we've seen, or things that are new and we haven't seen, but relate to things that we've seen. Also,
you're right.
possibly flashbacks to... There's like 3 levels of flashbacks going on here. There's the far past, before Bisco interacts with anything we've ever seen before. That's where Jabi, I think that's the old man's name, Jabi gets poisoned and injured or something like that. And them entering the town and all that. That's distant past. Then you have middle past, which is gate. Everything happening at the 17 fucking gates they've entered to get through here.
Mm-hmm.
And also when that woman tried to bomb him with missiles and acid. And then you have the present. And God forbid if we go to a 5th level of the future. Future backs, whatever you would call those.
Let me put on my 5th dimensional wizard brain real quick.
I'm just saying that we're not telling a story in a good way.
It definitely is a little awkward, but I think they're trying to continue off the pilot where they wanted to get us into things happening before they explain stuff, and now they're realizing, wait a second, maybe we want to explain like antagonisms and rivalries that are going on.
Well, the problem is... Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry. At least right now, I'm looking forward to the future where the sister and the pink-haired girl start having to work together, but also hate each other and have completely different methods and ethos. And I think that's going to be a funny sitcom moment.
Well, yeah, I mean, because the sister and the pink-haired girl are on the same side, sort of. But no, I mean, the pilot... I don't know what to call it. Episode 1. Episode 1 introduced us to different scenes, but we didn't realize that they were happening in different times. Like,
right.
Yeah,
which is why initially I was confused, like, wait a second, are there actually 2 of him? Is, like, one evil and one good, and they just happen to look together and they're confused? Is that the premise? Like, no, we're just traveling through time.
I mean, even when you said that, you knew there was flashbacks. I don't even know why you would have thought that. But I mean,
because my brain works that way.
What I'm saying is that now, in hindsight, we can look back at episode 1 and say, the gate scenes were flashbacks. We didn't know that all the times that he was heading to the gate, or that all the time that he was spending at the gate talking to those people was a flashback. We thought that that was happening, and then we would go back to Milo in the city, and that these things are happening at the same time. And now in episode 2, we know that the gate stuff happened a long time ago, and now he's in the city and Milo at the same time, that we just been flashing back and forth and didn't know that we were traveling through time in the narrative.
Right, yeah, it wasn't like explicitly clear at first, but through context, like we eventually understood it.
Right, that's what I'm getting at, is that we didn't know, and we would never have known if it didn't pull this weird thing on us. Which is, I guess it's an element I don't appreciate.
I'm just waiting for it to pull a future past on us. Like, well, actually, it was the other timeline, and now they've gone and started a brand new one to go back into the past to change the original one. And yeah, no,
Oh yeah, sure. Somewhere in the halfway point of the show, it's gonna say, and it's gonna pull back, and it's gonna be somebody who's telling all this to somebody else as a story, and it's gonna be, and that's how I met Bisco back when the city was still around.
Back in '83.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, like, if it wants to go, like, avant-garde with its storytelling like that, I might actually be down. At least then, like, it's a very purposeful decision whether or not it's good or bad, rather than just, like, incidentally, here's what was happening 2 days ago.
I appreciate that my number one pick is slowly turning into your pick. Everything I saw in the trailer description is not panning out to be true. Like, the art style is still there, the excitement level fight stuff still seems to be there, even though they spoil it in the next time preview. But everything else is not panning out to be true, and the storytelling method was not given away in the trailer at all.
I mean, how can you possibly give that away in the trailer?
I don't know. You could try, though.
Oh, that'd be a challenge. Still, I'm excited for the fight next time, and I guess we'll go ahead and cut it here.
I mean, I'm slightly less excited for the fight next time now that I know how it's going to end.
Alright, well, this has been Stoneface Reactions. I'm Griffin, this is Theta, and we'll catch you all next time. Hey everybody, thanks for watching another Stoneface Reactions. If you have an idea of another video we could go ahead and watch, go ahead and put it in the comments down below, and we'll add it to the wheel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know what you thought about this video, and what parts you liked. And until then, we'll see you next time. Is this too goofy?